We are back on part 6 of the rebuilding of this engine, right? And we need to set our valve clearances. What I just read up was the inlet, 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 inlet are between 4 and 6,000, so I'm going to set them for 5,000 of an inch clearance, and the exhaust is 7,000, so it's between 6 and 8,000. I'm going to set it for 7,000. But first of all, we need to get a wrench that fits. That is 3/16 Whitworth. Too small. This is a 1/4 Whitworth. None of these darn wrenches fit, and they're supposed to be Whitworth, right? There you go. That one fits on the small, and it's not a great fit, but it fits. We have to take these off the cam, so I need to turn it until it's pushing the valve up, and then bring it back down again and make sure that it's not on the cam anymore. So, what about that one, the big one down below? No. Wow. I have no luck with these supposedly Whitworth wrenches. Nothing fits. My old AFs are more likely to fit. Still isn't fitting. So I have one that fits the small, right? Enough anyway to but we still need a wrench to fit the large ones. I'm just going to go AF, American wrenches. I'm kind of at my wit's end with these wrenches. I don't understand why none of my Whitworth, supposed Whitworth anyway, none of them fit. I need that small one. So it's the large. Yeah, okay, so that fits. That is a 1/4 Whitworth. Really don't understand. Anyway, so that's going to work on that. Can't remember which is which, so I need to figure that out as we go along. I think the little one is the lock. So let's turn this around until we get to somewhere that ain't on the cam. So we're working on number 1 piston here, the one at the front. So that's it lifting. That's it lifting that exhaust valve. And it's back down off the valve. Should be pretty much loose now, right? Yeah. Okay. Get that. So now We set that to, that's the exhaust valve. Exhaust valve. We set that to, oh my god, 7/1000 of an inch. Feeler gauges, right? So I think this entire set is a thousandth of an inch. So 7/1000, there's 10, 12, 15, 16, they're all going up. So the little brass ones maybe. That is millimeters. God. What is this? 0.26. Oh, I see, it's point, the millimeters are below it. So 0.026, what is it? 26,000? That's thicker. Oh. I want thicker, I want thinner. Now here's the really thin ones. There's 6,000, 8,000, 10,000. So I guess we're not setting it to 7. We'll set it to 6. Between, we're going to set it 5 and 7, right? 6. That's the thinnest one I have is 6,000. Okay, so I guess we're setting it to 6,000. Yeah, super loose. So what do? The big one we screw up. So we unscrew. That right? Till it's up there. Oh. I'm doing this wrong. Yeah, let's be hitting it now, right? That's me lifting it now. So I don't want that. I want it set to 6,000, which it ain't going to be because I'm touching it, right? So bring it back. Bring it back. See, it's the little one that actually sets it. The little guy. The big guy is the locker. The little guy is how you set the. Actually need a much better light, don't I? How can I get in there with that? Can I cannot. I'm just hanging it from there. Will it hang? Kind of will. Okay, so we need to set the clearance with the small one. Put that up there just now. So that's a kind of interference fit. You should be able to feel it can interfere with it, right? So now I have to hold that in place and tighten the big guy down. Correct? So hold that in place, which I just moved, so it's already wrong. And then screw the big guy down, right? To lock it in place. Is that correct? Apparently you're supposed to have special, you know, in the Austin 7 toolkit, there's special little skinny wrenches for doing this. I ain't got an Austin 7 toolkit, sorry. So I'm just using regular wrenches, but you can see why that's a pain, because they're actually quite hard to squeeze in this little space here. Right, it's been locked in place, but of course the thing has moved since then, right? It's still pretty good, it didn't move much. So let's just lock that to the extent I can. None of these wrenches fit very well. So I have to be careful not to round the edges, that's the last thing you want to do. And my dad always said, better to have it too loose than too tight. Because if it's too loose, it just makes a noise. If it's too tight, you could damage something. So that's set to 6 thou, right? So now this one, obviously is on the cam because it's slightly raised, right? Can you see this? Slightly raised. So, I want to take that off the cam, right? And there's a smart way of doing this apparently, where they're all off the cam at the same time, but something like that. I don't know how to do that. I can't be bothered figuring it out, to be truthful. To be absolutely truthful. Right, that's it off the cam, I think. But I'm just gonna fiddle with it a little bit more. So that should be loose, right? Yes, it's loose. Right, so now we screw that up. I guess we're setting them all to 6 thou. No, 6 to 8. Better to set this to 8 then. Oh no, this is inlet, this is a smaller one. So the exhaust should have been 8, I set it to 6. 6 to 8 on the exhaust, I was going to set it to 7, I set it to 6. So it's on the minimum, yes, you can set it all to 6. My goodness. Okay, what we got here? Turns it around. Let's separate both those nuts are moving at the same time. We can screw that big guy all the way down there, so it's much easier to lock it in place, right? So now I'm just going to back it off one, and then we can fiddle with that. That's it tight against the valve. Back off a little bit. See what the gauge says. This is an inlet valve now, right? The two inlet valves are beside each other. Too loose. Too loose, darling. Is that right? Oh, that should be. Yeah, it's too tight now. Okay, so you're doing it clockwise to widen the gap. That's just a bit of an interference bit there. So I want to hold that in place and then tighten down the big guy again. Shouldn't have quite so far to tighten down as I did the last time, because I'd already got that wrong, didn't I? Is that tight? Check. Clearance again. It's a wee bitty tight, actually. Okay. So that's inlet number one. Exhaust was the first one, number one. Inlet was the second one. So now this is number two, inlet. So we need to turn till we see it rise and then drop again. When it rises, it's on the cam. When it falls, it's off the cam, right? You're going to help me watch for that. This one now we're looking at. There it's rising, this one. That's it coming down off the cam again. It should be a bit loose. Loosen that a little bit. Yeah, nothing on the cam there. Okay, good. Righty-ho, so let's bring that up. Way down there, baby. So unscrew it to bring it up, I do believe. All nice and oily because of the SDP that I put in everything, right? Remember that? We did that. And that's up against the valve. Let's bring it back a little bit. Still on the 6th thou. This is the valve. Too tight. So unscrew it a little bit. Unscrew it? No. Screw it down a little bit. Oh my god. I'm losing it. Right, there's a nice interference fit, right? So hold the small one. Number 3. Hold the small one. Screw the big one down. Let's try it again. This is its 6th, I remember number. 3rd valve. Nice interference fit. Okay. So far, so good. 3 down, 5 to go. Right? So let's turn it again. Now we're on this one, the 4th valve. We'll turn it again till it comes up, and then I'll turn it half turn till it's down. And I'll probably speed through the rest of these so I don't bore you half to death. Although I might have bored you half to death already. I do apologise if that is the case. That's number 4. Let's bring it up on the cam. You should see it coming up. Now it's coming up now, right? So we'll bring it back down again. It's coming off the cam. And then turn it another wee half a turn or so. As it's definitely off the cam. And it should be loosey-goosey. There we go, loosey-goosey. And we will unlock the little one from the big one. Then we'll screw the little one up. And let's just screw it up by hand. We'll screw the big one back down again. Just doing it by hand because it's so much quicker to the extent I can anyway. I mean, this STP's made it so well lubricated, it's pretty good. That's me tight up against the valve stem there. So, to the extent I can anyway. Tighten that big one by hand underneath. And then we'll is it tight? Number 4. Bring it back down again. Try it with feeler gauge. 6 thou, remember. This is number 4. No, maybe too tight. So we're screwing it clockwise, right? Too tight. I can't move it by hand anymore. Feels, what do I know? Feels okay. Feels okay. I'm going to try and lock that in position now. Yeah, I was very close on that big one. Let's just check it again. Apparently, if you've just ground in the valves, I was just reading the little handbook. This little handbook, what I got from the Centenary Rally, the book of the Austin 7, see? From Goodwin, Pittman's Motorist Library. It said once you've set them and you've run the car for a wee while, you should come back and check it again. So we're still on number 4, right? So let's check that. Yeah, it's pretty good. Did I tighten it all the way? Let's hold it in place. Yes, okay. Number 4 done. Number 5. Okay, so I'll bring it round till it's on the cam, same again, right? And then rinse, repeat, same. So number 5. Let's bring that up on the cam. Come on, baby, where are you? Number 5. That's it up on the cam. Back down again. A wee half a turn. Oops, the doodles. I'll call that number 5. Nice and loose. We're good. Nice and loosey-goosey. Lucy McGoosey, number 5. Number 5. Oh, what is it? Number 5. Obviously these are way out because I was playing with the valves, had all the valves out and everything, right? So don't be surprised that everything's so out of whack here as we start. We knew we were going to have a bit of a job setting these to the correct tolerances. I knew we'd have, because I messed about with this one. This one's not quite as moving as freely as other ones were. Going right down till we're kind of tightening it. Now we need to number 5, right? Number 5. Yeah, no claims at all. So I need to screw that down a bit. And I'm going to screw it down a bit. Went the wrong way there. pretty close. Pretty close. Okay, let's try again. 6 down, number 5, 6 down, number 5. Yes, not bad. Not bad. Now we're on number 6. Bring it on the cam, half a ton beyond it. Right. Number 6, this one. So that's another inlet. That's on the cam, another wee bit off the cam. Number 6. Off the cam, it moves quite easily. Hope you can see that. Okay, number 6 to 6 then. Number 6. Drop the wrench. Oh. As you get older, it gets harder and harder to pick those suckers up. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Locked in position already. You need to separate those two. They're both moving together, which is going to upset us eventually. Number 6, 2, 4, 5, 6. Number 6. I need to bring that down considerably. What am I doing here? Do I actually know what I'm doing here? Probably not. That's it hitting the valve now. So let's bring that down to the extent we can. The lock nut. The lock nut is the one on the bottom. Please remember, don't forget, never leave the bedroom wet. I don't want that locked up. I want to set the gap to 6,000 on number 6, please. Too tight. So we want to screw it down a little bit. Still too tight. Just it squeezes in there. It's just a tight squeeze. Not quite as tight as that. I don't think that's what we want. Test again. Number 6. Going for 6 now. Not bad. Not bad. So now number 7, it's on the cam, you can see it sticking up. Number 7, bring it off the cam. Another wee bit, that's good. Number 7. Moving a little bit. Good enough, it's off the cam. So, what to unlock that first of all, and then we'll unlock that from that. Doesn't seem to wanna. And then this is screwing down. Let's just screw it up till it hits the valve stem. valve stem there. Bring it back a little bit. It's a little 6 thou on 7. A wee bit too tight. A wee bit too tight. Still a wee bit too tight. That's more better. This is number 7. And we want to hold the top one and then screw down the bottom one. I'm a bit wonky about this one somehow. Is it just me? I don't seem to want to do what I expect it to do somehow. Just keep on going. Why isn't that tightening up? Oh, there you go. I'm pretty sure I lost the adjustment on that there. Because it hit a bit of resistance, you know. Oh no, not bad, not bad. Okay, last one, number 8. Same again, bring it on the cam, bring it off the cam. On the cam, off the cam, plus a little bit. Off a little bit, right, okay. It's moving okay, yep. So let's unhook these two from each other. Well, that's not right, is it? Anyway, let's see. How the hell is that? We're right up against that valve. I honestly feel a good saying it looks as if it's right tight up against it. No, it's not, it's mine, sorry. It's just an optical seclusion. Bring it back up again. Maybe just because I've got better light here. Yeah, taking way past what it should have been. Too tight now. A bit too loose. A bit too loose. Just about right. Again, check, 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 check. Yes, okay. So let's move around here and we should see all the valves opening and closing the way they should. So let's just look at number 1. Ignore everything else just now. That is exhaust, so we're letting exhaust out. Now we're letting the charge in the inlet valve. That was 1, 3. Let's look. An inlet valve coming up. That was the inlet valve. And you should see the exhaust valve coming up, number 3. And 1, 3, 4. So now 4. We're seeing the exhaust valve going up. Now we're seeing the inlet valve going up, charging the cylinder. 1, 3, 4, 2, and now number 2. We're seeing the inlet valve go up. And we're seeing the exhaust valve go up. I think we're good. That all looked normal to me, you know. As far as I can say, what's normal? Normal. I'm saying that's normal. Let's turn all this back down until those valves are flat. Then we'll try put the head on, shall we? With that gammy gasket. Why not? Oops, let's move it in there. Close enough. Which gasket was it we were going to use? This one, I think. You know, to the point of how could you tell the front from the back of that block? This is the front. You could tell easily. Maybe I should put a big F. A big F for effed. Oh, I remember. One of these was super big, right? So we need to drill out that hole there, this hole, because the stud is bigger. See that? And we have a missing stud, remember that also. So, let's see what we can do here. And we do have some of the copper stuff to put on the gasket to give us a better seal. It's this one we're drilling out. Just slightly bigger. Let's see what we have. A little bit bigger than the diameter of that hole. It's this one, right? That's a little bit bigger. So that's going to fit on there now, but I've got a rough edge, so I just need I still need something to fit in there. and I did get a selection of butts and notes. Right, let's get them. That seems to work, so let's just say that is going to work, and we will put that in later. Right, let's just switch this off just now. We need it. Let's just push this down to the extent we can. Come on, baby. Oh, are we 2 studs missing? I thought we were only 1 stud missing. Oh, we're 2 studs missing, look. In here as well. Oh gee. There's nothing there. That's not good, dude. Oh, that, because that's a waterway. So it's this one, isn't it, darling? Yeah, that's not so clear cut. Not so clear cut at all, our chaps. This one seems okay in there. And it's the same thread. This one not so much. So we will put the cylinder head on. We're going to put some of this copper gunk in there. I'm just going to try it the way it is. I think we should try some copper gunk. Personally. Don't you? This stuff. We use this on the other cylinder head. Let's bring the pistons down to below the surface there. So I don't make too much of a mess. I don't want this stuff on the pistons, not mine. It would not be a good thing. And at the top there, I don't want them at the top. I'll just bring them halfway like that. Is that okay? Let's bring some of this coppery stuff and we'll spread it around here. Oh dear. I'm good at making a mess. Should I put it on the other side as well? I suppose I should have. I did use this on when I put the new, I only bought 1 new cylinder head gasket. I put that on my own car and I blew that cylinder head gasket from too much monkeying around. So I'm actually going to take this off again. And well, let me finish on this side. And I'll just flip it over and do the other side. Is that okay with you? Shouldn't make any difference, should it? What side's up and what side's down? You know what I mean? I think it makes any difference. I think this was quite expensive stuff because it's high temperature. It's kind of like RTB, room temperature vulcanization stuff, but it's not, right? It's for cylinder head gaskets. It's copper something or other, copper gasket maker or something. But it was recommended, I think, in the MG forum for putting cylinder heads on. So I just figured, good enough for an MG, good enough for an Austin 7. Right, I'm going to just temporarily leave that there. I'm going to see if I can just flip this over. Over. Come up. Can I just flip it over and then do the same on the other side? 1 way 2. Oh. Of course, when I adjusted the hole, it is not keen. Come on, baby. Can I just flip that over? Cheat. Oh no, I can't because that's where I put it. Okay. Oops, I missed a bit. Right, now I need to flip it back again, right? Because the enlarged hole was over here. Okie dokie. Right, so can we get that very gently go down the way it was going down before? The big one's in. I don't know how you can actually hurt yourself doing this, but I did. That's why I went, ow. Okay. There's a big old mess there. Here's the cylinder head that I cleaned up before. I'm not putting, yeah, I just got a brand new cylinder head, remember? I'm not putting that on here just now. Oh, this is pretty gubbed up. All the combustion surfaces are pretty damn rough, man. Let's put it in and then worry about it later. Oh boy, that locks into position like that. You should not go right. So the cylinder head had come off it, right, so that oversized stud had already been taken care of. Right, we're 2 studs missing, see. I think we need the long one in both of them. Or is it too long? Yeah, maybe too long. Of the short ones. That's better. More better. That one's going to tighten up. Right. We're using the short ones. And we'll put a couple of washers on there, I think, when we're ready. Now, see that? And ditto. This, no. Diameter. Definitely the wrong diameter. That should not be the wrong diameter. So let's try it the other way around. That one in there. And that one in there. Look at that. Okay, so we're not going to use those new ones at all. And let's look for cylinder head nuts. I found another little store of nuts that obviously come off of this. This is where they were. Thank goodness. I was beginning to think I had lost the plot. I'm going to put washers on all of these. I'm just making sure they're the right nuts and bolts first. What's left? Big one. Oh. Thank goodness. I really thought I was losing the plot there. Too big. This little guy. Right, doesn't want to go on. Right threads. Small. That's too big, right? Yeah. Last one. Oh, come on, baby. Yeah, it's the same one I was trying.